Dirty dealings, corporate battles, consumer woes. This is Evening 5. Negara Malaysia kept the benchmark interest rate unchanged as widely expected, comfortable with its outlook for sustained economic growth and manageable inflation. This amid the easing global cost conditions and the absence of excessive domestic demand pressures. The overnight policy rate, or OPR, was maintained at 3%, following the Monetary Policy Committee's two-day meeting. A survey of 24 economists by Bloomberg unanimously called for BNM to stand pat at the first of 6 reviews this year. In a statement, the central bank said that at the current OPR level, the monetary policy stance remains supportive of the economy and is consistent with the current assessment of inflation and growth prospects. Commenting on the ringgit, it said the narrowing interest rate differentials between Malaysia and advanced economies support the local currency's strength. The ringgit extended gains on the development, up 0.7% at last look, trading near a 6-week peak. At time of reporting, it stood at 4.44 against the US dollar. Founders of FashionValet, Datin Vivi Yusof and her husband, Datuk Fadzaruddin Shah Anwar, have been charged with misappropriating 8 million ringgit of investment funds that were injected into the company by Khazanah Nasional and Permodalan Nasional. Vivi Yusof and Fadzaruddin pleaded not guilty to the charges under Section 406 of the Penal Code, read together with Section 34 of the same code. If found guilty, they face imprisonment of between 6 months and 5 years, along with caning and a fine. The court set bail of 100,000 ringgit for each accused, with one surety, and scheduled the next mention for March 10th. Last December, Vivi and Fadzaruddin pleaded not guilty to charges of criminal breach of trust involving the 8 million ringgit of investment funds. Bail was granted at 100,000 ringgit with one surety. They were both ordered to surrender their passports and report to the MACC once a month. AME Real Estate Investment Trust reported a 1.4% increase in net rental income for the third quarter of FY 2025, thanks to contributions from a newly acquired property and tenancy renewals at higher rates. Net property income for the quarter was 11.71 million ringgit. Net profit, however, fell 8% to 9.16 million ringgit, as the figure in the corresponding quarter a year earlier was inflated by a fair value gain on investment properties. The trust also declared an interim income distribution of 1.89 cent per unit, amounting to 9.98 million ringgit, which is payable to unit holders on February 28th. AME REIT said it remains optimistic on prospects for the rest of the financial year, which will end on March 31st, with full occupancy rates across its portfolio. AME REIT closed unchanged at RM1.41 today, ahead of the results announcement, giving it a market capitalization of 743.3 million ringgit. TechStore, an enterprise IT services provider set to make its debut on the ACE market on February 18th, has set its IPO price at 20 cents per share. The offering, which would gross up to 30 million ringgit, offers investors a 30% stake in the company. Applications for the IPO will close on February 4th. On its plans, TechStore MD Tan Hock Lim said the company is hoping to team up with global original equipment manufacturers that offer unique solutions as part of its strategy to secure larger and more complex projects. He explained that the world is changing too rapidly for global giants to expand their businesses by deploying entire R&D or operational teams here, as it would be costly and inefficient for them. Companies like TechStore, he said, possess the necessary know-how and capabilities, making collaboration a cost-effective and competitive option. TechStore is currently tendering for projects worth a combined 647.2 million ringgit. It has secured 11 ongoing projects with unbilled jobs worth 104.6 million ringgit. EXIM Bank has filed a lawsuit against Power Root, seeking 7.39 million ringgit over an alleged loan default. According to Power Root's filing with Bursa Malaysia, the loan agreements with EXIM Bank were executed in 2012. EXIM Bank is also seeking general, exemplary and punitive damages, as well as interest and legal costs. Power Root denies all claims and allegations in their entirety. The company maintains that its subsidiaries have strong grounds to contest the claims, asserting that insurance claims under the comprehensive policies were submitted in full compliance with the policy terms. It also argued that the rights over the outstanding debts, which formed the basis of the insurance claims, had already been assigned to the lender, and that any recovery of those debts falls solely with EXIM Bank. The matter is scheduled for case management on February 3rd. The claims are not expected to have any immediate material financial impact on the company for the financial year ending March 31st, 2025.